Hey there, good morning everybody. Today's daily pattern, oops, somehow I must have touched my screen, went backwards. Today's daily pattern is Magnut by Susan Goodman. It's going to be a sort of an organic tangle. I think I'm going to really enjoy it. Step number 1 is to put this circle and then like a petal shape right here at the top, and then put another one at the bottom so it looks kind of like an airplane propeller. Excuse me, let me get a little drink. Then step number 3, you're gonna do this shape right here. You're gonna come up and around and down and hit that spot right there, up, around, and down, and you're going to continue to do that. Do the first couple kind of all the way big, and then the next one don't quite go all the way to the middle, right? And then keep going until you've got this sort of like a little curvy shape going on right there, and then do it again going down this way. And you'll notice on the sample, I noticed this, is that this little curvy shape is going to be kind of free-form. This one doesn't go as close to this vertical as this one does. See how this one comes almost and hits there, and this one doesn't? Seems like it doesn't really make any difference. And then what you'll do is do that same thing again, but when you come around going this way, go behind the first one you drew, if that's where it ends up taking you. If it doesn't take you behind and it takes you just next to it, that's okay too. I don't know if you can really see that, but it'll be more clear, I think, as I'm drawing. I hope I do this right, so that when you are done, you end up with this little thing where it's got a curve over the top of here and a curve over the top of here. Does that make sense? Hope you can see that, because that took me a moment to see that when I was drawing. I mean, not drawing, looking at it. Here's a sample with some roots, but see how they curve over the top of each other? Right there and right here. I think that's really cool. So that is what we're aiming for. We'll see what happens. You know me and my pen. It just kind of does what it's going to do. Excuse me. Wow. I'm trying to decide how many of these little guys I want to do and which ones are going to go in front of others. I'm going to do that sort of compositionally to start with. I think 3 always looks good. I don't know what's with 3, but 3 always looks good. So I'm going to put 1 down in this general area, and then I'm going to put 1 in this general area, almost not overlapped, kind of in here. And then this third one will just be tucked behind these other 2. I think that's going to be my composition. So I'm going to put this one first, and I'm going to have it going this way. So in the middle, I'm going to put a round thing. Oops, you guys are too far away. Okay. And then a sort of petal or propeller shape, top and bottom, like so. And then on one side, we're going to come down and down, and then just keep going down, but don't go all the way to the bottom, and that's what's going to get you your curve. And the more you stay back, the more curved it's going to get. Something like that is what you're aiming for. And then again, going this way. Like that. So then, going back this other way, we're going to do the same thing. And I don't really know what a Magnut is, but I suspect it's some sort of seed pod from a tree. I like these ones that do this sort of petal, flower, seashell shape thingy. I think they're really cool. And they're easy to draw, but they give such a fun effect. So something like that. I think the next one I'm going to try to get these more toward the middle before I peter out my ends. We'll see what happens. So I'm going to do another one, and I'm going to have it with going a slightly different angle. This table's driving me nuts. I really do need to do something about this squeak. Get out some WD-40 or something. Okay. Decide which angle I want it to go at. I think I'm going to go here. Go a little bit bigger. I'm going to go a little bit bigger with my propellers here. And down and around. Something like that. Yeah, that's cool. I like that curve. That's a good curve. Something like this. Something like that. And then going the other way. That's the hard part, is right there, is pretending that we're figuring out where that line would be going behind that other. If you have a hard time with that drawing behind, there is a trick, and I can show you. pretend, if you can't see that where it's going, take your pencil and finish your drawing with the pencil until it's come back out to where you can see it. And then just do those lines where you can see it, and then continue your pattern. And then you can just erase that little bit of pencil right there. If you can't figure it out where your pen would go without seeing it. Does that make sense? Hope that makes sense. And I was hoping that this would have overlapped that a little bit, and I didn't. It didn't do what I had anticipated. Because these curved in more than I thought they would. I didn't really follow this outside line to make this curve. I went in sooner, so it didn't come out as far as I thought. So I'm going to try harder here to get these to overlap. I'm just going to get rid of my pencil line because I don't really need it. I feel like it might need another tangle to go with it, so I'm going to be thinking about that as I draw as well. Because I feel like it needs some overlap there that didn't happen. Circle here, and this is just going to go up into here. That way I know I'm going to have overlap. Something like that. And then coming this way. Now this one might be a little bit harder to think about, so I'm going to turn it around. And it's going to be here. I'm going to do it with my pencil so you guys can see. It's going to be like here. Right? And like here. And like here. And there. And then I'll be able to figure it out from there. Okay? Can you see it? Very gently and lightly. And then I'm not going to draw those, I'm just going to draw this one. And this would come up and around and come down like that. And then this one would come up and around and down like that. And this one would come up and around and down here. And this one's going to come up and around and down there. Up and around and down here. And the next thing I know, I have my pattern back. Oops. That was, I probably was aiming for more down there, but since I didn't, that's okay. Okay, I'm going to erase those little guys. So now he's tucked down in behind. That's what I wanted. Wanted it tucked down in behind. Same thing going this other way. I'm going to go ahead and draw that in a little bit. Like that. Then you'll only see this part. This part, and that part, and that part, and that part. And then this is going to come starting here. I'm going to come around and around. It's going to go through there. So it comes around and comes through there. Around and through there. Around and through here. Around and through here. And then maybe like that. Okay. There's no shame in using the pencil when trying to do an overlapping design. Some people would say there is, but there isn't, honestly. Sometimes you need that little extra something to help you visualize where your pattern's going next. It's okay, you can do that. It's your drawing. Don't let anybody art shame you. Because art shaming happens to a lot of people, not just newbies, but a lot of people, not just in Zentangle, just the art community in general sometimes has art shamers, and that's sad, but it's true. There are those who would say, oh, well, you don't paint with professional paints, or you do abstracts and that's not art, or you know, or all sorts of things. I feel like I'm just going to put some little kind of seed potty things. To kind of fill up that space, and maybe you'd see part of one in here and part of one here. It will come out over here. I just feel like it needed a little something filling in those visual areas. I wasn't too exactly sure what, but I think that will do it. But yeah, don't let anybody art shame you. I'm in a lot of art groups on Facebook, and so many people are so supportive, and then there will be that one troll, that one hater that will say, that's not real art, or you don't do it right, your method sucks. And you know what? If I am making a mark, any mark, on a surface, any surface, with a tool, any tool, that includes my fingers, then my art is valid. And nobody can say boo about it. Like there needs to be one coming up from there. Okay. All right. I like those little magnets. Okay, so I'm going to put the word here. Phone turned off, so I can't make sure I'm spelling it right. M-A-G-N-U-T. Sign it in there somewhere. Look at that. All right, now to shade. I'm going to zoom out a little bit because I know that I tend to go off screen when I'm shading just because I like to pull it closer to me. I'm going to zoom out just a little bit. I'm going to go here where it's overlapping because that's important. I'm going to make that kind of big. And really kind of dark. Kind of big and kind of dark. So I'm getting ready to go on a cruise. 17 days we have. Not like I'm counting or anything, but yeah, 17 days for this cruise. I love cruising. It's 17 days to this one, and it's 17 days, and then it's 502 days until Alaska. Looking forward to that one as well. But yeah, love cruising. I love the anticipation of going on vacations too. Just the whole knowing that I'm going. When things start to get a little stressful at work, which they do, everybody has their work stresses, right? I just stop and I look at my phone and I look at my countdown. 17 days. I can make it 17 more days, and then I have a week of relaxing, and then, you know, then we'll come back to the grind later. I won't have, but I'm not going to think about it while I'm on vacation. But because of that, I'm trying to get ahead and drawing. You guys won't know because you won't see it until the right day, but going to get a lot of drawing done in the next week. Try to get all caught up and ahead so that I can just enjoy vacation and know that every single day my videos will be posted like they're supposed to be. And I'm gonna do a little bit on that curve right there. And yeah. And you guys will be taken care of, and I don't have to think about it. For those who are in my Facebook groups, of course, I won't be able to share my video directly to the group every day because I won't have internet access out in the high seas. Well, hopefully they're not high seas, low seas. So you won't get the daily notification from me in the group. So you'll have to remember to just go. Hopefully you've subscribed, and then you won't miss it. If you haven't subscribed yet, I suggest you do so that you see the daily tangle come up. Otherwise you probably won't see it at all till I get home, and I'll start putting them back up again. But excuse me. A little bit here. Doing this a little differently than I normally do. Normally I would do the blending on this part, overlap part first before I move on to putting, oops, didn't put that there, a little bit there. Putting this a little bit here, but for some reason I feel like just doing it all at once. There is no really right or wrong. It's just the way I work. Trying really hard to stay in screen here. Okay. So there, I've got all my graphite down. I am going to use the smaller one for this one because I've got lots of little areas in here. I'm just going to start here, I guess. See, just that little teeny tiny bit really makes a difference. And I'm going to come around like that. Those are all overlapping like that. That gets some shadow down here. A bit right there. Okay. Right there. So yeah, we're gonna go to, it's only a 4-night cruise. I'm gonna go to Ensenada, Catalina first, then Ensenada, and then home again. That first night they spend most of their time, the ship spends most of its time just going up and down the California coast, just tootling about, because you know the trip from Long Beach to Catalina really should only take about an hour and a half max. It's not that far. You can see the island from the shore. So they tootle up and down the coast, and then they dock in Catalina. Well, it's not actually at the dock. There's no dock there. You have to tender, which is fun. Tendering over is fun. Some people hate to tender. I don't know if you've ever done that, but that's taking the little like water taxis from the ship to the shore. I don't mind taking those. Some people been on ships where, we have to tender. I don't like ports where you tender. Oh my goodness sakes, people. You're on vacation. Stop and enjoy the world, right? And if you didn't want to tender, you could have chosen an itinerary that didn't have tendering. There are those. Alaska, for example. I'm pretty sure, I'm trying to remember, but I'm pretty sure the itinerary we have in Alaska, there's not any tendering happening. Now, we did go on one to Alaska. Oh gosh, how long ago was that? That was a long time ago. I want to say 2004. I don't remember. 2006? Something like that. And we did have a tendering port because we're on a different cruise line than what we're taking this time, and they went to a port called Icy Strait, and I believe there was, if I remember right, there is no dock there. There's just, it's just a bay, and we tendered there. All right, there we go. See? It was an easy one. Relatively short. Those are fun little magnuts. Not exactly sure what a magnut is. Maybe if somebody knows, they'll tell me. Post me a comment. Go to my, down in the description below, there's a link to my Facebook page. You know what a magnet is, you can tell me there. And yeah, I like it. It's a fun tangle. That was fun and easy to do, and I will definitely incorporate that into my larger personal works. I will see you guys tomorrow. You guys have a blessed day. Please do something nice for somebody else today. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.